One of the cornerstones of democracy is speaking truth to power, even in the face of adversity.
We are here to show our support to Senator Elizabeth Warren, the Black Women's Caucus, and to the persistence of citizens of the United States in demanding free speech, equal rights, and justice for all.
We will now read from the letter of Coretta Scott King concerning the 1986 nomination of Jefferson Beauregard Sessions for a federal judgeship in Alabama.
Mr. Chairman and members of the committee, thank you for allowing me this opportunity to express my strong opposition to the nomination of Jefferson Sessions for a federal district judgeship for the Southern District of Alabama.
My long-standing commitment to my husband, Martin, to protect and enhance the rights of Black Americans, rights which include equal access to the democratic process, compels me to testify today.
Civil rights leaders, including my husband and Albert Turner, have fought long and hard to achieve free and unfettered access to the ballot box.
Mr. Sessions has used the awesome power of his office to chill the free exercise of the vote of Black citizens in the district he now seeks to serve as a federal judge.
This simply cannot be allowed to happen.
Mr. Sessions' conduct as a U.S. attorney, from his politically motivated voting fraud prosecutions to his indifference toward criminal violations of civil rights laws, indicates that he lacks the temperament, fairness, and judgment to be a federal judge.
However, blacks still fall far short of having equal participation in the electoral process.
Particularly in the South, efforts continue to be made to deny blacks access to the polls, even where blacks constitute the majority of the voters.
It has been a long uphill struggle to keep alive the vital legislation that protects the most fundamental right to vote.
The irony of Mr. Sessions' nomination is that if confirmed, he will be given life tenure for doing what the federal prosecution, what the local sheriffs accomplished 20 years ago with clubs and cattle prize.
Free exercise of voting rights is so fundamental to American democracy that we cannot tolerate any form of infringement of those rights.
The actions taken by Mr. Sessions in regard to the 1984 voting fraud prosecutions represent just one more technique used to intimidate black voters and thus deny them this most precious franchise.
The investigations into the absentee voting process were conducted only in black belt counties where blacks had finally achieved political power in the local government.
Whites had been using the process to their advantage for years, without incident.
Then, when blacks realizing its strength, began to use it with success, criminal investigations were begun.
The scope and character of the investigations conducted by Mr. Sessions also warrant grave concern.
Witnesses were selectively chosen in accordance with their favorability of their testimony to the government's case.
Also, the prosecution illegally withheld from the defense critical statements made by witnesses.
Witnesses who did testify were pressured and intimidated into submitting the correct testimony.
Many elderly blacks were visited multiple times by the FBI, who then hauled them over 180 miles by bus to a grand jury in Mobile, when they could more easily have testified at a grand jury 20 miles away in Selma.
I urge you to consider carefully Mr. Sessions' conduct in these matters.
Such a review, I believe, raises serious questions about his commitment to the protection of the voting rights of all American citizens and consequently his fair and unbiased judgment regarding this fundamental right.
Senator Warren,
you